All right. There we go.
All right, great stuff. Welcome to another of infamous foreign Sound Society Drum Machine 49 till present. Now we're on part 5 today, guys, and we've got a few things to cover. We've got DjAirWax over there in Canada, and there's me, Meek, here in London, UK. Now we're going to be covering 4-5 machines today. We're going to go quickly through Thang. We're going to mention Korg Volcas, and we're going to talk about M-Audio Trigger Finger and Akai
MPC Touch.
Now let's go over to check out this Thang. Now this came out, if you've been following parts from 1 to 4, you'll know we sort of go chronologically. Now we're covering quite a lot of ground with many different things, but we're just trying to pick the most relevant ones that had more of an impact on the whole drum machine culture. So we're going to come up to now 2012, and we're dealing with Thang. Now this was a 16-track real-time pattern-based sequencer. Okay, so what that means is basically it's an arranger. All right. And it was the thing that was quite definitive about this is it was portable, and so it was quite small, and it had a 4-hour battery life. Okay, so you could actually recharge it like a laptop. This was one of the big things. Other small things was that it had 5,000 premium preset sounds. Now, if you remember last time when I defined the difference between a drum machine and a sequencer, or sampler, sorry, we mentioned the difference that a true drum machine already has the samples inside of the actual machine. So you're not actually putting anything in as you would with a sampler. Okay, so you use the actual samples from there. So this Thang had 5,000 premium presets down. Okay, now it boasted, you know, fully workstation capability, so you could sequence stuff. And it had a chromatic type keyboard layout. Okay, so basically it looked a little bit like a piano. They just had rubber keys on top that made it look like a piano keyboard, really. But basically that's it, really, on Thang. But we've got a video to play, so enjoy that, guys. And the link will be up on the description and stuff on the iFSS website and things when we post it up. Okay, go ahead, DjAirWax, play that thing.
This is a genius production. Only hits. This is a DjAirWax production. Only hits.
think that's a pretty good demo right there.
Yeah, I think it's okay. The sounds, I don't know if it was more the actual song itself that was being played, but the sounds don't sound so big. But as you could see from that video, the size of the actual package itself was really quite small. So it was definitely a great little tool to, you know, to sort of carry around to sketch down ideas, especially if you're having to rehearse something. I've just gone over to the Thang website, and it boasts that will.i.am and various other big producers are on there. Whether they actually use this thing, I don't know. Probably due to sketch down an idea or something, but I would have thought they would have preferred sort of more the big hitters, really, like the MPCs and things like that. All right, well, that's Thang. As I said, we'll post up the links and we'll see. Another thing that we touched upon last time, we sort of head up now to 2013, is the MPC Renaissance. Now, if you've seen that, that is a monster machine. Now, you can find loads of stuff there upon the internet with the MPC Renaissance. We're not going to stick too much to it, but basically what was good about this particular thing was that it was, as the name suggests, Renaissance was a hark back to the older MPC workflows and things. Now, this was a massive machine with loads of knobs and things, so you could really get hands-on to actually do stuff. We're going to post up some links about that in the description of the post when we actually put this live on the iForeignSounds.com website. Also in 2013, what really shook the world was Korg. Now, we all know Korg and we love Korg, and Korg have been around for a long time. And what they did, they decided to do a U-turn. Now, at this point in time, 2013, everything was all digital oscillators. Everything was digital. Everything was going down, you know, MP3s, MP4s, and that kind of thing. But Korg decided to do a U-turn and go back to analog. Okay, and they brought out several small little machines. Now, I've got one here somewhere. They decided to take that back with these kind of things, okay? As you see there, this is Monotron, okay? And they brought out, that was the delay version of it, but they brought out a small one with 2 oscillators on there. And obviously that sort of started things off to really come out with this nostalgia really for analog gear, because obviously through the communities, you know, through websites like Gear Sluts and things where you've got the hardened producers up there that talk about gear all the time, this big resurgence of analog gear sort of really came to fruition when Korg decided to start making analog gear again, and they brought out Korg Volca beats on the back of the success of these little small Monotron things and the Monotribe, which I've got a Monotribe somewhere as well. Oh, here we are, look. These are the only two caught eye on. These things, okay?
Sweet.
They brought these out, and it's all analog, so no digital stuff there, and it just allows you to...
Doesn't surprise me you have one, Meek.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's all sound design stuff. But what they brought that stuff out, and that had a lot of success because they were very cheap. So on that, they brought out the Korg Volca Beats, which was really, I suppose, if I was to compare it to something that happened in the day, I would say the Roland TB303 drum machine. When that came out, that was pretty much the same. It was seen more as a gimmick, more of a toy, although the price range of a 303 was a little bit more to what the price range of the Volca Beats came out at. So it came out very affordable, was around about 150 US dollars and about 100 and something pounds sterling. And these little machines have proved very popular indeed, and obviously that kick-started a big reflux to all this analog gear. So we've got a video about the Korg Volca Beats, and we've also got some links for that we'll put that up on the actual website again. So DjAirWax, play that video. Let them see what it's about.
All right. Sequencer is tight.
Yeah, some really tight sounds on there. It's a great little machine, real analog sounding.
Oh, wow.
See, the demo's a bit weird on that one, in the sense that, was he manipulating the timing of that because it was wavering all over the place? I mean, I've heard better videos than that, but just going back to this whole analog thing, I was just reading up on this while the video was playing, and apparently it is 100% analog signal path, but the controls are not analog, are digital controls. So obviously to give you much finer tweaking of the sounds. So it's not 100% analog machine per se. I would say it's, you know, 99.9% because of the digital bits. But yeah, it's a fantastic little machine, and Korg actually advertise it as best of both worlds. So, you know, what is it that they say? Perfect for producers that are on a tight space and on a tight budget, but want the quality analog drums without breaking the bank. So yeah, again, that's a portable thing. Uses batteries. Nice, but I think from what I've read about, I don't actually have one, but what I've read about it is a lot of people were comparing this with the Akai Rhythm Wolf, about sounds for snares, sounds for drums, and things like that. And a lot of people like the snare sound on the Volca beats. I think it's very much, you know, whatever you want kind of thing. I mean, I've heard people say that it's a better bass drum sound on this than it is on the Rhythm Wolf. I've heard it the other way around. I've heard that the snare on the Rhythm Wolf is better than this. But yeah, these two machines compete against one another. Now, the reason I'm sort of going on a little bit about this Volca Beats is that it actually makes up a set with the keys and the bass. And if you've got all three, they work quite nicely together, and it will give you a real authentic 80s kind of sound. which is great if you're going for that. But the problem with these machines is that they're very sort of one-trick ponies. You can sort of go through it, and that's all you'll get. You won't get anything quite as diverse as you will with, you know, Dave Smith Tempest or something. But, you know, without pointing out with pointing out the obvious, I mean, the Volca Beats is what, 10 times less, you know, than the 20 times less than the price of the Tempest. So it's not going to do, you know, anything quite as major as that. But it will give you some nice little grooves that you can play with.
Good to get started.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a great little addition to anyone that wants to get into beat producing or anything like that, that isn't into the machine or can't quite afford, you know, a full setup. It's great, and you can give you something. You've got a sequencer, so you can sequence a groove. And a lot of guys, a lot of DJs use these live rather opposed to carting around a laptop or something, and works really great. You've got MIDI connections and stuff like that. So, yeah, nice little machine for the price range is what it is.
Looks dope.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Again, in that year, 2013 was a very big year. As I mentioned, we had the Renaissance, we got the Volca Beats come out from Korg, and we had a Swedish company enter Elektron Machinedrum, or the SPS-1 Mark II. Now, the difference between the Mark II and the Mark I was to do with the amount of memory that it had inside. Now, this Elektron Machinedrum was more of a sampler than anything else, but we'll put some videos up there of the Machinedrum. It's a nice little machine, and again, it's a big step up from the Volca Beats and things, and it's not quite top end, but it's a high middle point, and a lot of people use this, and it was the thing to have before you know, you sort of reach the dizzy heights of the Tempest and things. But the Elektron company as well brought out the analog written, which was roughly at the same time as well, which that was really more of a real analog drum machine, but with sample support. So you could actually import your samples into that, where the Machinedrum already had stuff inside. It was more of a sort of a drum synthesis with a sampling engine inside. But we'll put some stuff up there. We'll put some links up to some of those. We don't want to sort of talk too much about them. The other thing that we came out in 2013 was, again, Native Instruments. Now, we saw that Native Instruments came out and were really shaking the market, and a lot of hip-hop producers took this workflow to heart, and the Maschine decided to upgrade their hardware models to the Maschine Studio, which is almost double the size of the regular machine, gives you 2 sets of pads, and you could do a lot more with it than you could with the machine. And DjAirWax has done a video of that, and we're going to go and play that video. This is DjAirWax demonstrating the Maschine Studio.
All right.
Can't see anything.
Getting it?
No, just getting the volume there.
This is DjAirWax with infamous foreign sounds. It's going to demonstrate the Akai MPC Touch. Getting it? Maschine Studio.
I'm getting it on my phone.
I'm
getting it on my screen.
And I made some patterns, which I'm going to tell you guys step by step what I did here. Starting off with the Akai.
All right.
Now, of course, I made the pattern by playing it on the pads. The only way to get that beautiful pattern in. But the drag and drop features And I did this after I exploded the tracks from the group into individual tracks. So right here we got our track kit, and you just click on that, drag and drop it over there. Do the same thing with the snare. Click on here, drag and drop it over there, bam. And so on and so forth all the way up. Go over to Maschine. Do the same thing. Pattern. Drag it over, drop it, bam. Very easy. Studio 1. Put a beat. Yeah. That's your little demonstration, folks. Don't want to take up too much of your time. Just want to show you a little quick demonstration with the MPC Touch. Beautiful little thing made by Kai in the MPC Studio. You're really going to demonstrate. There's lots out there on the internet for you guys to go over. My battery's dying, so I got to get off. That's what's up. That being said, play that beat one more time. Even put a dance on it for you guys.
Yeah. Look at him go. Smooth move.
Jam up. So yeah, there's my little demonstration of the MPC Touch and the Studio. Studio 1.3, now that's a remix, and that's a workflow. So, thank you for joining in. This is DjAirWax, Infamous Foreign Sounds. We'll see you later, guys.
All right, nice.
That was dope.
So basically, just going over that video and stuff. So you're using the MPC in tandem, so together with the MPC Touch, and then importing stuff into Studio One.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nice. So once it's in Studio One is triggering the samples out of both machines, is it?
Yes, but it's not running the machines. I just basically dropped the WAV file into Studio One.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, otherwise you actually play the machines and it'll play through Studio One.
I made it in each machine and basically ran each machine in standby.
Yeah.
And
no,
then
that's cool.
It out.
Yeah. No, that's great. Yeah. And how does the Maschine Studio compare to the MPC Touch? Now you've had these machines you've had the MPC Touch for about, I don't know, 6 weeks, a month or something?
I've had it for, about that. It's probably close to 2 months, and I'm pretty due for a review video, and I'm still not ready to do my review video because I'm kind of like torn between both of them. I like them both. I don't know what to say, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, like they both have good features about them that one another doesn't have, and
you're right. Okay.
They have features that each other have that the other don't have. So it's like you can say stuff about this one and stuff bad about that one and stuff good about this one and stuff bad about that one. But in the end, they both still good, and I use both of them.
Yeah. So to get the best of both worlds, you need both things.
What you need is a good DAW.
Yeah.
That you are going to commit to and learn
Yeah,
That way
right
you
on.
can use these things solely and just work with that DAW. And
Yeah,
once you get
really.
that workflow together, you know, you're gonna be making music in a faster and better way.
Yeah, no, that's great. Great
It's like
advice.
I know because I've been using Maschine since I started making music, so I know in Maschine exactly what sounds I want.
Yeah,
So when I need certain sounds, there are certain instruments, and I know they're in Maschine, and I can get them in snaps. Like Machine's library and workflow to get to your music is so it's probably the fastest thing on
yeah,
the world right now. I don't think there's any other thing that you can work this fast in.
right.
But
Okay.
even like coming into the MPC and learning how to access all the files and load them up, it was a big curve to that. You know, it wasn't as easy as it is with
Yeah,
Maschine. You know, you got to load up programs and then set up tracks and set up new programs for that track. And if you don't know how to do all that and learn the proper way, you ain't gonna be able to do it. You got to actually go and learn how to do it.
yeah,
It's not as easy as Maschine. So once
right.
you
What?
understand that and you get on with that, it's going to be real easy for you, though.
Yeah. What about in terms because obviously the MPC has a big touch screen. Does
Hmm.
that ultimately make it quicker and easier to chop up samples than
Way quicker.
Maschine?
Way quicker. I love
Yeah.
the fact that you can touch it. It's crazy. Like I never tried any of the old MPCs, but the fact that you have like the iPad display, I'm gonna call it,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
makes
yeah.
it
Fair
ridiculous.
play. Yeah.
Like you're taking an iPad and mixing it with hardware. Like it's nuts. It's nuts, and I'm still getting used to it. And it's so fast when you learn these workflows in it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah. No, it sounds really great. I mean, eventually I'll probably, as I mentioned, if I was to upgrade my MPC, I would go with a touch. I wouldn't bother with anything else in between.
Yeah.
It just the
Sometimes, honestly, I feel like I'm cheating.
yeah. Well, that's how I always felt about music that way. And the reason I use drum machines was there's always different people, different bands and things go through phases where one band won't be able to find a lead vocalist, another one won't find a drummer, another one won't find a bassist, and so on. And predominantly because I write quite a lot of music, I never have a drummer to hand, and I don't possess my own drum kit. So I've sort of always been forced to go using drum kits. So
Yeah.
using the MPCs and stuff has been really great, but I haven't seen anything in between my old MPC, the Renaissance or anything. I haven't really felt the need to upgrade. But if I was going to upgrade, I mean, now obviously having Maschine, I have to think, do I really need an MPC Touch? But if I was to upgrade, that would be the machine that I would get in terms of sampling. But having said that, I have heard through the grapevine that they are working on a new MPC to be standalone. So, like the Maschine where you link it to your computer and your DAW and things to get the maximum out of it, the MPCs are the same thing. It's not a standalone machine like the old machines used to be, where you could just have them away from your machine. You didn't need a computer and you could sequence stuff, especially the 2000 XL, which is what I've got. You can just put in your little samples onto your card, go in, you can program your beat, do everything, put sound effects, everything on that you want, and you can mix and bounce a finished track, for all effects. But I remember speaking to a producer once, and he was saying that, yeah, if MPC Touch, if Akai brought out a standalone machine, that it would clear the market completely, or Maschine. If they were to bring out a standalone instrument without needing to connect to a DAW, that they would basically clean the market because their workflows individually are so good. But the thing that's sort of holding them back is that they have to be connected to a DAW, which, in all fairness, they're professional gear, they're aimed for producers that are serious about their craft and are looking to make money doing their thing. It's a step above being a serious hobbyist, okay? So I understand that. So I guess, they're not really looking for to, I don't know, because they're going to bring out, I was just going to say they're not really looking to bring out a standalone machine, but they're looking at doing that. So obviously there is a big market for that.
I heard there is a new update for the MPC that is going to make it a DAW where you can record audio.
Yeah. Well, it needs that, because there's no way of you getting that in. That's why I've still got my MPC 2000 XL. Now, I'm probably going to do a short video in the future for iFSS where we link an old MPC 2000 XL to Studio 3 and control it much the same way as you use Maschine. So you just use it as an external controller, so you can bang out the pads and use the VSTs inside the Studio One, which is using Impact, which is the drum machine of Studio One. And I love that workflow because I can still sample stuff with my MPC, and I can still fire out those samples, and I can still use the MPC as a controller, just the same way as I would use Maschine. Obviously, the workflow is slightly slower than an MPC Touch, but I've got still an old machine from 16 years ago that still works great with the latest stuff. And in fact, I prefer that workflow. I'm just sort of touching back on my subject that I spoke about before, about I couldn't quite get used to how Maschine has its own DAW and then to import it into Studio One. But the workflow from the old style works better for me with the old MPC 2000 XL than it does with the latest thing. But that's just me, because that's been my workflow for years, and I find it really easy. A bit like you, Wax, with the sounds inside Maschine, you know where they all are, and you can get access to that very quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the MPC Touch looks a really great machine. On paper and visually, I can see the benefits of that. And obviously, Maschine is, having Maschine, although it's an older version, I like that as well, but I can see definite advantages with the MPC Touch. So yeah, no, that's cool. And as well, going back, comparing prices, the MPC Touch is cheaper than it is to get a setup of Maschine, because Maschine you need various other things. How much is Maschine these days? Is it still about the same?
In Canada here, it's about 13, 14.
Yeah.
Brand new for studio. I think MK2 it's about 7, 8.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, for about 5.
Yeah, that's right. MPC is cheaper than the studio. Yeah.
Yeah. MPC like $900. I was like, thank you.
Yeah. So in terms of value wise, what do you think is best value? Do you still rate Maschine over the MPC Touch, or do you think MPC Touch probably has it on value wise?
Compared to studio,
Yeah.
I don't know. They really put the value in there, and the pads are nice and soft, like kind of like a baby's butt on the studio. I mean, they're real soft. I love touching it. But when I come touch this here touch, and it's like all hard and bold.
Yeah, yeah.
It can't hurt me,
Yeah.
And then you got this here, the touch display. It's very firm. Like I don't think it's ever going to break. The value is in both of them. Like they're both good products, and the value is there. You're going to get your money.
Yeah. In each, yeah, tricky one.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, we've got some links about that, and one thing that I'm sort of going to cover here, because we sort of jumped and missed one out, not that it's a big deal, but was the M Audio trigger finger that came out in 2004, whereas the MPC Touch came out last year. So yeah, we'll put a link up for the Roland trigger finger up there. Roland M Audio, sorry, trigger finger. I don't know why I said Roland. No idea. So yeah, basically, it's just again, they're all much of a muchness. They all came out roughly the same time, and they were all trying to define themselves to be a little bit different. But the MPC, not MPC, the Maschine, when that came out, was multicolored pads. Then the M Audio tried to emulate that a little bit, but had the difference between the Maschine and the M audio was a sequencer and had the track of buttons, which was championed by Roland in the beginning. Hence why I said it was a Roland. Where you've got a sequencer, so you can knock out, you got 16 steps and things. So the M audio was, yeah, as the name suggests, trigger fingers was more of a controller than anything else. And basically that's it. But we'll put there is a video up there. We'll put a link up to there to M audio. I don't think. Have you got a video of that there, Wax?
No, I didn't. I didn't pick one out.
All right. No, they've got one on the site up there. And basically, yeah, we'll put that up in the description as well. Don't want to talk about that because there's better stuff out there. I'm being really biased today to certain drum machines. It's just because I've got more to talk about the others than I do about the trigger finger. There's a few people have used it, but it hasn't really taken off like the other ones, like the Machines and the MPCs and stuff. But one thing I will mention is, finally, I mentioned Roland in this. Now, Roland brought out the Aira in 2014, which was the Aira TR8, which was a clone of the Roland 808 machine. But the difference between the Aira and the original Roland is that the Aira is a digital version, but they do say that it is 100% the same as the original 808 in terms of sounds and things. So they've just taken the 808 machine and modernized it, really, put it into a modern workflow and given it a sort of a new lease of life, made it look prettier, and obviously brought it up with digital oscillators rather than analog stuff. And that's done quite well.
Sounds like something from out of space by Pluto.
Yeah, but exactly. But they brought out a whole series of them. And then, again, sort of last year, 2015 territory, they brought out the series of I forgot the name of them, but they brought out various boutique synths and things where you could patch them all together and make a whole big synth, more almost like a modular synth. And in fact, it was a modular synth. And they brought that out again, sort of modernizing the whole thing. So Roland went the opposite way to what most people were happening in terms of going retro. They would just keep pummeling, going to the future and stuff, which is a good thing. And that's basically it. Just one thing I would like to add, though, in terms of new things. Pioneer, we all know the brand Pioneer. They actually teamed up with Dave Smith Instruments that brought the Tempest, and they are actually bringing a new machine out, which should be out some point this year, which is aimed at DJs and things. Again, it's a bit like an MPC Touch, so they're trying to fill that void. So I can't remember what it's called. I'm just saying off the top of my head here, but yeah, you have to check that out. We'll find a link and put it in the description and stuff when we post it up, and you guys can check it out. But basically, that's it in terms of drum machines for today, guys. Check out parts 1, 2, 3, and 4. They'll all be linked. You can find stuff on the iFSS website, which has now gone live, which is iForeignSounds.com.
Yes.
So Infamous Foreign Sound Society is now on the World Wide Web. And again, you can see the website on top right-hand corner of your screen, iForeignSounds.com. So come and check us out there. And I think DjAirWax has some quite exciting news about some stuff he's been working on.
I can't remember all that.
You can. Oh, you can. You can. You can.
Let me see if I can bring up a picture.
Oh, right. Okay, go on then. Spoilers with a picture. This is looking good. Let me see.
I would like to say in the comments, guys, just leave us a little comment about what you would like us to share with you, or if you have something you would want to see a video on or learn about, we can go into depth on it. Tell us more what you like to see, and we'll provide it.
That's it. What about our... Have you found a picture of what you're looking for?
No. Yeah, I have.
Right, okay. Go ahead, announce it to the world. You've been working hard on this.
So, for signing up at our website, we are going to be giving away a free sound kit. I'm just going to screen share it for y'all. Can we see that?
Oh, yes.
Boom. So yeah, you get to go to our iForeignSounds.com website, and you sign up for the newsletter, and you will receive this kit. I don't know if we have it set up to do that yet, Meek, or how does that all work?
No, that'll be done by the well, what day is it today? Sunday. By tomorrow, we'll have it up. And basically, subscribe. So by the time you guys get this video, if you're not watching live now, you'll be able to go there, subscribe to the kit, and you will receive an email with the kit there. Now, it has sounds from all three of us over at iFSS here. We've done some cool kicks, some specials, some great hi-hats and things, and sounds that sound foreign. And you can use it in your works and things like that, and basically build some nice, great beats with it. So that will be up on the site tomorrow. So when you subscribe, you'll get that, and not to mention, you'll get all the great goodie news and various things and various other kits and things as we release them for your listening and creating and creative pleasure.
Also, MPC and Machine Ready.
Absolutely, that's a major thing. That's DjAirWax has put together the kit, so all you have to do is just open it up through your MPC or your machine, and it'll be ready to go.
Yep, and I also went and put my own little customization on every sound, so
yeah,
it's ready to go. Fire. Turn your monitors down.
I'll be banging, yeah, absolutely. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Sipp today. Sipp's not here, but he'll be back next time. So we'll all say hello to Sipp next time. But check out those sounds on that sound kit because they're nice and sweet.
Yes, we put together a nice kit.
That's it. How many sounds have we got on that kit, Wax?
There's probably about 19 in the pack, and only like 16 on each pad.
Nice. So we've got quite a few sounds. That'll be good. So yeah, guys, whenever you get the pack, create some beats, and we'll see. We'll have a beat. I was going to say a beat off, really. It's wrong, isn't it?
We'll do a demonstration and play the beats on one of the hangouts or something.
Yeah, we're going to have a face-off between the beats created with the sound kit, and we'll probably give out some prizes or something to whoever, or an expanded kit, an expanded foreign kit for the winner that comes up with the best beat done with that foreign kit. All right, guys, that's me out for today. I shall catch you guys up soon again. I think.
Okay.
When's the next one? Wednesday for the Blab.
Yep, we have a Blab hangout. We're gonna call it a Blab hangout now because we do ad Blab, but we view it on Hangout.
Yeah, that's good. So we're gonna
Blab
do
hangout.
Exactly. So if you're not on Blab, then you can catch the Google Hangouts, and if you're on Blab, you can catch the Blab, and we'll post up those links when on the day that we're going to go live, so you guys can tune in at a later time. And also, just one thing: subscribe to the email newsletter that we've mentioned, and also subscribe to us on Twitter at Infamous FSS. Catch us on Twitter there. Catch us on Facebook on Infamous Foreign Sound Society. And go see us. Visit the iForeignSounds.com, and you'll see all the other multimedia links like Instagram and things like that. So come over, say hi. One final thing while I remember, we are looking at recruiting or expanding the iFSS team. So if you guys are really serious about your craft and you want to join us working along with A-list fellow producers and A-list artists directly and indirectly, then visit the iforeignsounds.com. Make sure you meet the requirements, and if you do, drop us a message and stuff with some samples of your work, and we'll review it and we'll get back to you. And if we like what we hear, we'll never know. Maybe joining us at iFSS. But anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. That's Meek out.
Thanks, Meek.
Laters, guys.
You guys, you take care. We'll see you next week. Infamous Foreign Sound, and we out.